Welcome to episode 5 of Madoka Magica. Last time, Sayaka finally became a magical girl. Madoka still hasn't, but we are making progress. We're getting there. Maybe it'll happen someday. So yeah, I'm really enjoying the show a lot. I like Sayaka a lot and was happy to see that, so I can't wait to see what's going to happen. We have the new character, Kyoko, at the end, who wants to come stir up trouble, so we'll see what happens. We're going to watch and discuss. I've got the subtitles and the timer on the screen if you want to follow along, or you can pull up the episode on your own. We're going to start after any logos. Got a curtain and a flower pot here on the screen. So let's get into it in 3, 2, 1, play. The proper word is vase, by the way, also. But you can't expect me to know words. So here we're seeing when she made the wish. I really love this shot. It looks awesome. That looks ominous and really great. Like look at the big shadow. It makes it look like he's a big like nine-tailed fox monster, a QB rather than a QB. And there it is. Wow. The visuals of this are so good. And that's it. You did it. So I'm glad that we got to see this. I still don't know the full details of everything that she told her friend boy, but I was wondering if she made the wish in front of him or not, and she did not. Wow. But yeah, I was just wondering because like she told him like, "Hey, wishes and magic are real," but I don't know if she told him everything. I don't know if she told him she was gonna do that. But yeah, she's got her powers now. But now that we know for sure that this is a show where death can happen, well, that begs the question, how often is it going to happen? Should I, like, did mommy die and then that's it? That just sets the tone that it's dark and they can die just to have tension, but nobody actually will? Or do I really need to be on guard with everybody? Do I need to worry that Sayaka's gonna fucking die? This other girl wants to come in and beat her up. Like, should I don't know if I should be concerned of her possible death. We'll see. We'll see if anybody else dies. But while the OP is playing, let me say that if you enjoy these videos, subscribe to the channel. Madoka comes out on Fridays with other videos every day of the week. And check out the Patreon, link down below. You can get these videos early. This is episode 5 that I'm recording now, and I haven't even uploaded episode 1 onto YouTube yet for full public access. So, you can get them pretty early. Polls and vlogs and all that. Twitter and Discord and all that's down there too, so thank you. But yeah, I'm liking the show a lot, so I'm excited to see more. I Will Never Regret This is the title of this one, and we have their little friend Hitomi-chan, who is not involved in any of it and has no idea what's happening. Yawning? If you gotta yawn, you gotta yawn. Yeah, she had a bit of an incident. She did get involved, just not in that way. Unintentionally. Weird. Just play it off. At least, you're alive. You gotta deal with this shit, but it's better than the alternative. And Homura staring at them over there. Madoka upset that she didn't do anything, that she couldn't. Sayaka did it. She took the step, came in and saved the day. Have they talked about what her wish was? Or talked about this at all yet? Yeah, it's dangerous for sure. Yeah, you did. For your first little battle, you did good. I don't know how drastically the power levels of witches vary. Obviously that one was more formidable than others. Although I don't even really know how much it was, just because it wasn't like it overpowered Mommy. It just kind of surprised her. Like she thought she killed it, and another thing came out of it and bit her head off. But Homura destroyed it without any problem, so, I don't know how big the actual power gap is. I feel like other magical girls... Yeah. But you couldn't have known, so... I feel like other magical girls are a bigger threat, like Kyoko. That's possible, yeah. I don't know if she would try to kill another magical girl or just beat him up, but we'll see. Yeah. It's still weird that she hasn't, like, thought of possibly wishing Mommy back to life. Even if it's impossible, you'd think she would have the thought. Yeah. You didn't know. And can't do anything about it now. You might be able to, actually, if you wish for it. You could possibly try not only wishing for Mommy to come back, but all magical girls who have been killed, or all people who have ever been killed by witches. But of course, her worry right now is if she even wants to become a magical girl because she's still scared, which is understandable. If you make the wish, you gotta do it. Okay. So his hand is good, which is the more important part for him because of his music, but he still needs to work on his legs. She didn't heal his whole body. I don't know how bad his legs were. Obviously, he was walking a bit in physical therapy, so they would have, they weren't like mangled. So they might be fine enough to just heal on their own after a little longer. But you could have just wished for those to be healed too. Why? Why did you just wish for his hand? Why not all of him? Maybe her wish specifically was like, I wish he could play music again or something. Which only necessitates his hand. But yeah, I don't know if she... What are we doing on the roof? Do you want to show him your magical girl transformation or something? And tell him that you did it? Nice. Whoa! There's a party on the roof. Okay. Of course he would hang on to it, and he actually gets to hold this thing and try it out for the first time in I don't know how long. It's gonna be like riding a bike. Is he gonna be a little rusty? A little scared? He actually gets to play it again. I love the colors. It looks so good. He's happy. He's crying over it. Yeah. Do you think you made the right choice? I hope so. I hope so. Well, that's good. You made him happy. You're happy. Everybody's happy. Let's hope things stay that way. We're panning up and up and up and up. Figured we were going to her. I loved how it was panning up this building while showing like so much of the reflection of the city. Yeah, this girl seems like she wants to fight. That looks really cool too. I love the visuals so much. Oh, Shaft. Oh, you think? Yeah, that's true. Homer can get involved. What do you mean you don't know? Did she not? What? Wait, what does that mean? Holy, wait. What does that mean? What does that mean? That's mysterious. What is that? What? Is she from the future? I've talked about this before, how because like she has knowledge about Madoka. So I was wondering if there was like a time loop thing going on. She could be from the future for all I know. So maybe what he means by she did but she didn't. She did, but she hasn't yet. I don't know. And maybe things are worse off in the future and that's why she's seen so many people die. I don't know. Oh, really? You consider those the flaws? Yep. Gotta be cold and distant and careful. That was the most majestic opening of a cup I've ever seen. I mean, she's just telling you what she believes to be true, being a little harsh about it. Yeah, you don't want that to happen, so are you going to become one too in order to help protect her so you guys can, you know, get each other's backs? Uh, I don't think they would fight just like they did, but, in terms of being friends, I just don't know if that's Homer's thing. But trying to protect her if she can, maybe she'll go for that, but she can't promise, that's for sure. Wow. Yeah, she was focused on Madoka, and I don't know why that is. Madoka's the one with all the potential, apparently. But she thinks it's a mistake, and that's it. She made her choice, and there it is. You're like destined for death. Wow. It's gonna be weird watching any other magical girl show after this because it's just gonna feel dark. They're gonna make the contract, and I'm gonna be like, no, don't do it. It's a mistake. Sakura, stop catching the cards. Like, there's so much weight to it. They make it feel so serious in this show. Hi. What are you doing? Yeah, you gotta train. Work on getting some big guns like mommy, but with your sword. Some big cool sword attacks. Okay. You can come if you want. She's still afraid to become a magical girl. But she also doesn't want Sayaka to be alone. But she also doesn't want to go burden her. So there's a lot of things that Madoka doesn't want to do. Eventually she's going to have to decide what she does want. You're going to have to pick. No, it's not. It's scary. You're allowed to tremble. Alright, let's go. When we have a nice, like, friendship speech, and it's like, yeah, I like having you by my side. You're not a burden. I'll be careful knowing that you're here. It just feels like she's gonna die after what happened with Mommy. Those felt like death flags, and they turned out to be them. So, you know, it sets the standard. I mean, possibly. She might be willing to do it if she needs to do it to save Sayaka. She might make her wish and become one. If she can muster up the courage. And he knows it. He's like, yeah, whenever you want, I'm here. I'm sure you are, you little thing. I like how they have the little fingernail tattoos. I don't know what they mean. Homero's is like a purple diamond, and hers is a C for Camelot. She has a sword. She's a knight, and the diamond stands for JoJo Part 4, which is her favorite part, presumably. What the fuck is happening? Oh man, I almost forgot. Oh yeah, this show looks incredible. Nice. Pretty cool. I like it. Whoa. Oh shit, nice. I was talking about Mommy being Gilgamesh, but now you just actually are with all the swords. Okay, cool. What else you got? What other kind of abilities you have? This witch is just on the run. Oh, she's here. Okay, I was wondering what that other weapon was, and yeah, it's her. She's got a spear, which is all stretchy. Well, so it's not just witches that are the problem. We got another opponent here straight away. And that was not a full witch, but still, you let it get away. Oh yeah, that's a really long spear. She is just interested in the reward. Doesn't have a grief seed, so she's not interested, so she's gonna go let innocent people get hurt. Oh, wow. Okay. Let it kill more people so that it's a bigger reward for you. I see. That's bad. We need to get this... We need to take this girl out. Take care of this problem. Yeah, and we're trying to stop that from happening. You're just thinking of it like that, just like the food chain, not about saving people. Well, shit. This was very sudden. I kind of forgot about her. I was just like, yeah, let's go fight a witch. Whoa, that was creepy. I don't think you're gonna beat this girl. This girl's not, like, trying at all. It's barely, she wasn't... Whoa! She just kind of, like, pushed her super gently. It can break apart into a 50-prong staff. Damn, I like the weapon. But she got up. Of course she's gonna get back up. What? Just that? I think you're overestimating yourself a little bit. What does that mean? Like, the nature of your wish affects your powers in some way? I wonder how, like, the weapons are decided. Is that totally random? Is that just, like, what you would prefer within your mind? But, like, because her wish was... Whoa. Because her wish was related to healing, she's got better healing. What about Mommy? Her wish was related to healing, too, and, like, not dying, so... Did she have a similar kind of thing? She didn't really succeed at the not dying. That was pretty badass, though, right there. So if Madoka becomes a magical girl, like, wishing to be able to protect people or something... Now that just opened... now that's interesting. Anyway. Whoa! Tip to tip. Holy shit, it's a thing. The thing is happening. The Harry Potter wand's connected. Anyway, whoa, I liked her weapon a lot. A very narrow place to be having a fight. You'd think the spear would have a problem in there, but nope. Yeah, it's really fucked up. This really shouldn't be happening. But it looks cool. Madoka, are you gonna step in and lend a hand, or no? He's not gonna do anything. He's gonna tell her, though, hey, go ahead and do it. You have the option. And Homura's not here, probably. She always kind of shows up, but I don't think she's here. Yeah, if you do. Damn. Oh, okay, she is here. I figured. She always shows up, so, yeah. So now Madoka still didn't do it. She might have. It might have happened, but we still don't get that. Not yet. We're in episode 5 and still no. Oh, that's it. Oh, okay. We're done with episode 5 and she's still not a magical girl. That's insane. Anyway, though, that is it for that one, so let's talk about it. Alright, episode 5 of Sayaka, Homura, Kyoko, Mami, any name you want to throw out except Madoka Magica, because by the end of this episode, she's still not a magical girl, so let's just keep this meme going. Let's just never even have it happen. It's pretty funny at this point. But, yeah. Still a lot of focus on Sayaka, because she is a magical girl now, which I really like. I like her character a lot. I like that we got to see her making the wish. I love the visuals, of course, across the board. Everything's great, but I loved the designs and the colors. Every time they were up on the rooftop, when she was up there with her friend and playing the violin and everything, looked great there. Just the color of the sky and the shadows and everything. But when she was making the wish that they showed at the beginning of the episode, with all the flowers and the way it was all framed, looked really, really good. I just thought that was beautiful. And it was cool to see that she did the wish up there, because I wanted more details about that. Because, of course, she was having a lot of conflict about whether or not she should make this wish, if she should make a wish for somebody else, if it made her selfish, like why she really wanted to do it. Did she want to do it because she just genuinely wanted him to be better? Did she do it because she wanted a reward, because she wanted him to thank her or be indebted to her? You know, was she doing it for selfish reasons? And I didn't know if she actually told him everything or made the wish in front of him. I still don't fully know what she told him. All I remember her saying in episode 4 is that, like, magic is real. But other than that, I don't know if she went into more detail. I don't know if she just said that and then, like, left the room and he was like, what the fuck? But if she told him, hey, I'm going to make a wish for you, I don't know if she was that specific. But she didn't actually make the wish in his presence, so he might not know that she did it for him. He doesn't really seem to. And also, her wish, weirdly enough, was not for him to be completely healed. Maybe she thought they'd get too suspicious. His hand miraculously healing overnight, well, that's crazy enough, but his legs too? We just don't know what to think. Like, I don't know, that's a little bizarre. I don't know exactly what the wish was. We don't know exactly what Mommy's was either, so maybe that'll just be a theme where we get a vague idea of what the wish was, but not exactly word for word. But, yeah, it seems like she just wished for the hand to be healed or for him to be happy, to be able to play music, and that, you know, that requires the hand. And his legs are healing on their own. They were not in as bad a shape as his hand. He was going through physical therapy. We saw him working on walking before, so clearly those are going to get better on their own. So there's no necessarily a need, but you might as well. If you're going to do it, if you're going to wish him better with magic, you could have just wished him entirely better. But, oh well, it works either way. We also learned that apparently your wish in some way influences your magical girl abilities. I don't know in what way entirely. I don't know what the difference is about all the symbols, because like Homura has a little diamond on her fingernail, Sayaka has a little C, and she also seems to have that on her belly when she transforms, and I like her outfit a lot. I like her magical girl outfit. Homura's is really boring because there's like no color to it, but I like Sayaka's, so can't wait to see Madoka finally do it, and Kyoko's was cool too. But yeah, they have their little symbols and whatnot, and of course they have different weapons. So I don't know where those come from, if it's random, if it's just like what the person wants or what would be best for them. We have guns, a spear, a sword, whatever Homura did before she was like blowing shit up. I don't know. But then it seems like there's an extra property that's determined by your wish. Because her wish was related to healing, she has better healing ability. So I don't know about Mommy, because she wished for a similar thing. It seemed like she wished to not die or to be healed or something like that. So did she have the same kind of thing going on? She could heal well, just not from death. If her wish was specifically to not die, well, that didn't really help in the long run. If we found out that that was it, like specifically to not die or to live on, maybe that could eventually lead to her, like, coming back in a way, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. I don't imagine people coming back to life, but that's just a theory I would throw out there if the show had a kind of a different tone to it. But yeah, besides the guns, she had the ribbons, because it doesn't seem related to their main weapon, because, you know, Sayaka, she just has a sword. That has nothing to do with healing. That's like her secondary property or something like that. So Mommy also had the ribbons, so maybe it was something related to that. She wished to live, so the ribbons, like, tie her to life. That's real vague and real weird, and it's very different than just, you wish for healing, so you heal well. She wished to live, so I'm gonna be all, like, poetic with your powers and give you ribbons that tie you to life. Do you get it? That's a little odd, but I don't know. So I want to know what all their deals are. Kyoko and Homura, all their wishes and everything, whatever Madoka will wish for and what individual powers they'll get. Maybe that's why Madoka has potential. Maybe what her wish will be will affect her as a magical girl in some way. If she just makes like this incredibly selfless wish or just wishes for the power to protect or something like that, maybe that will somehow give her some kind of secondary ability that's just really good. I don't know. And we may never find out because the girl is still not a magical girl. It's getting a little, it's pushing it a little bit with how long it's taking. It's really funny. And I kind of wish it would just wait until like the finale, because that's just hilarious. And I respect them for taking their time with it and not feeling the need to rush it. Just the fact that so long has gone by and she still isn't one is just conceptually funny and interesting. But also, it is getting to the point where it's like, all right, sometime soon, you're gonna need to step up. I wasn't feeling that in the first 4, but now by the end of this one, I'm like, okay, you really need to. It felt like she was gonna do it here at the end of this episode, but she didn't need to because Homura shows up, because Homura always shows up. But next time is 6, that's the halfway point. Maybe then. I'm really curious what's gonna cause it, what's gonna make her want to do it, and what her wish will be. Should be interesting. But yeah, for now, still no. Because she's saying all this stuff like, I don't want to be a magical girl because it's scary. I don't want to leave Sayaka alone. I also don't want to be a burden to Sayaka. All makes sense. All understandable. That's why I said I'm fine with the pacing that they've been going in, because these character decisions do make sense. But it is just pushing it a little bit in terms of overall pacing, where it's like, all right, the main character needs to step up and do something soon. She's saying these things that she doesn't want. Soon enough, I'm going to need to hear what Madoka does want and what she does want to do, and just to be more of an active protagonist and take some steps and grow a little bit. So, yeah, I am fine with her character, but I definitely would like her to grow soon. She can't stay like this forever, so hopefully next time. Makes perfect sense to be scared. Sayaka is scared as well. She's just in this now. She's in this life, gotta go after witches. She's gonna go do it, because that's what she's gotta do, gonna go try to help people. But of course you're gonna be scared. You saw the dangers, you saw what can happen to Mami. She is new and inexperienced. She took out that other witch fairly easily, but you just never know what can happen, because again, look what happened to Mami and what Homura has said about all these other people, all these other magical girls that she has seen. And I don't know exactly how the power gap works with witches. I don't know how different they can be in strength. The one that Mami fought was apparently stronger. Homura said like that it was. It didn't really fully seem to be like totally, because again, like I said in the reaction, it was more of just a surprise. Mami thought she killed it, and then there was more, and it surprised her and took off her head. Homura took it out easily after the fact. Maybe Homura was just way stronger in that way, or her ability was more suited. It didn't really seem like it. It seemed like more of a surprise thing, so generally, like in terms of just straight up power, maybe if you can kill one witch, you can really kill them all. It just has to do with not messing up. Paying attention, being careful, staying focused. Like Homura was saying, those feelings, kindness, and everything can be a distraction and a flaw for magical girls, and she was just not beating around the bush about it at all and being really harsh about how she feels. She was just trying to express what she genuinely believes to be the truth, but doing it in a harsh way. Like, hey, that is how Mami was, and that is why she died. And actually, at the time, like when she took off the top of the cup, the way they focused on it, I thought it was neat. I thought it looked really cool. And I just now made the connection because I just realized that she was saying that like as she did that, or at least right around there. She was talking about Mami dying right as she popped the lid off. So I just now realized, is that why they focused in on it? Because the top of it came off? Like her head? Cute. So yeah, Madoka will have to take up the mantle eventually. I just want to see what's going to cause it, because, you know, you think it's going to happen here to help Sayaka, but that's too obvious. But I don't know what else it could be. It seems the most fitting for her character, and the thing that would really push her to doing it would be in order to save somebody close to her. But that just feels too obvious. I kind of want it to be something more surprising. But yeah, I mean, she's just so conflicted, and she's so scared, and she regrets not doing anything, not helping Mami, not being able to help Hitomi and all those people as much, even though they're fine now dealing with the consequences, but they're alive, they're going to be okay, and just not being able to help herself. She was in danger too. And I mean, what Sayaka says is true. Like, she even says herself, if she regrets anything, it's not getting involved earlier to help Mami, but there's no way they could have known ahead of time. It sucks, but it's not your fault, and you don't have to feel bad. But she does. So I can't wait to see what causes it all. I hope everything goes well with her and her friend. She says she doesn't regret anything, and this is the happiest time of her life, and that just feels like set up to go horribly wrong. Everything seems great. He's playing. He's still got it. He's happy. Everybody's happy. She's happy. I don't trust it. I look at Kyubei's little face, and I don't trust anything. I love the shadows on him at that one point too. I think it was when she was making the wish that just made him seem like much larger and more ominous. But yeah, that seems like it could go really badly, and I hope it doesn't, but it just... I have a bad feeling. And then her talking to Madoka saying like, oh yeah, come along, you're not a burden, I'd love to have you along, and all these great friendship speeches. It feels like she's gonna die. Because with Mommy, that's what happened. These things felt like death flags, and then they turned out to be. How many people are actually going to die in this show? Is it really just going to be Mommy, and that's it? Are other people going to die? I feel like I've got to be worried at all times. When a scene like that happens, I've got to be like, shit, Sayaka could die here. I don't know. When somebody else dies, then I'll definitely be on guard at all times for everybody except Madoka. But until then, I'll be slightly worried. And witches aren't even the only problem, and familiars, because you've got other magical girls coming in to cause it problems as well, so that sucks. They clearly have very different mindsets. This girl Kyoko is just in it entirely for the reward. Oh yeah, let them go, consume more people, then they'll become a witch, and then I'll get a grief seed. If I beat them now, I get no reward, so there's no point. She just considers it the natural order, part of the food chain. She's not here to stop them from eating people or to save people. Like, they eat people, that's just what they do. We beat them for a reason. Like, you know, the witches have their reason for doing what they do. We have reasons for eating animals that we eat, so we have the reasons for beating them, which is to get our reward, and that's just how she sees it. She's not interested in saving people. I like her weapon. It's a very stretchy spear, and it can go into a bunch of prongs for the staff, and it's really cool. And it was a really well-animated fight. It was cool that it was happening in such a narrow place, which usually you would think would be at a disadvantage for a staff-like weapon like that, but with the way it was, and hallway was just wide enough to make it work, but it was cool. I enjoyed the fight. It looked really good. The designs of the area they were in and the familiar itself were really, really fun. I kind of forgot about her entirely because I was focused so much on that. I'm just like, oh yeah, this looks so cool. And then she came in. I'm like, oh yeah, shit, she's here. This is dangerous. So we'll see what happens with her if she can get over this and become friends with them. Then there's even more mystery to Homura, as if there wasn't enough already, where Kyubei says, like, oh, she is a magical girl who made a contract with me, but also not. Thanks for that non-answer. It's really helpful. Fantastic. Okay, so... I've been theorizing about this as we've gone. Of course, Madoka had that dream about her at the very beginning, and then Homura has a lot of information. She knows about Madoka, seems to know what's going to happen. She even says in this episode that she was more focused on Madoka than on Sayaka, and I don't know why that is, but clearly she had some kind of investment in Madoka because of whatever kind of potential she has and whatever she thinks Madoka's going to be involved in, which makes me think she has some kind of future knowledge. So I was thinking about like her being from the future, or like a time loop type thing happening, or just her having some kind of way of having that knowledge. So this new bit of information just leads me back to that. My theory would be that if she's from the future, maybe she became a magical girl in the future. So Kyubei says, like, yeah, technically I do make her one, but I haven't done it yet. And so that's what he means. That could be completely wrong. Absolutely. It's just a random thought that I had and that I'm throwing out there. Also in that scene, Kyoko, like, affected the binoculars with her magical girl powers. That's cool. I mean, Mommy affected the bat that Sayaka had, so you can do that, but, like, I want to see more examples of that. How many things can you affect, and in what ways? That's a neat little thing. You can just kind of power up certain things with your magical abilities. But yeah, if Homura could be from some kind of horrible magical girl dystopia future, like maybe things get worse. Maybe the witches get more out of control. Maybe Kyubei does something terrible. I don't know. And maybe things get worse for magical girls. And that's when they all die. And that's why she's seen so much shit that the other magical girls don't really seem to have, at least from the few that we've seen. And so now she's trying to prevent all that, and like the biggest step in preventing that from happening is stopping Madoka, which you're doing okay so far, but you need to try harder, because it's probably going to happen eventually. You know, if Mommy died, Sayaka's already become one. It's probably unavoidable. And Kyubei is definitely trying to push her along, like, you have a plan too, right? You know that if the opportunity arises if you need to do it. I'm here. Just say the words, Madoka. You can totally do it. Like, trying to act all friendly about it and, like, act like he's not pushing her while pushing her. So, I don't trust the little guy. Very abrupt ending with Homura showing up. I couldn't believe that it ended right there, but I'm excited to see more. I really like the show. I like the direction it's going. And we get so much focus on all these other characters with Madoka not really doing too much that I'm liking a lot of them a lot. Sayaka especially, she has a lot of focus lately, which has been really cool. And like I said in the reaction, I just like how much weight everything is given and like importance and intensity. And it would be weird to watch a more lighthearted magical girl show after this, because the cute little creature would come and I wouldn't trust it, and they'd make a contract and I'd be like, shit, don't do that, that's a mistake, you're probably gonna die. Like during the scene with Madoka and Homura talking in the cafe, there was just a lot of weight to what they were saying. Like, the contract is a mistake. Once she's done it, there's nothing I can do about it. You should forget about her. You trade everything else for this one wish. And it just feels like very serious and important. Whereas in something like Cardcaptor Sakura, she goes and flies around and catches the cards, and it's like, oh, that's cute. But it just feels so different, and I like it. I like that show too, but I really like what they're doing in this one with the whole magical girl concept. So yeah, that's about all I have to say for now. There's a lot of interesting stuff going on, so let me know your thoughts in the comments and we can talk about it more there. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, subscribe to the channel. Check out all the stuff down in the description as well. I appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.